Well, a big shazam to each of y'all. This is going to be a rant. Stay with me. I've got a point towards the end I need to make, but let me set it up. I was going to act full on rant. I was really upset, but then I just kind of got sobered down a little bit this morning. I went over to Lowe's this morning and just saw what was going on, and it kind of unfired me. It didn't unfire me up. It kind of just said, all right, let's talk about it and then get back to work. No sponsor today. I don't have time to do graphics and stuff. I'm headed to Irwin here in a few minutes as soon as I get my stuff done here in the Llama Lounge. I'm doing 2 videos today. One, I would love for you to check out both of them. That would be a help to me as I keep this business rolling. The other one is about Florida. If you want to check that out, everybody needs to know what's going on in Florida today. This video, I want to talk to you about the hurricane and the weekend. Holy smokes, it was crazy. Thank you to everybody that reached out and checked in on me. Johnson City is fine. There are some outliers towards the other counties that have had some inconveniences. There's a lot of inconveniences with power and internet and phone cell service, but as a whole, Johnson City is good to go. I certainly am. I had coffee outside in my pajamas this morning. We're good. Back porch, everything's fine. But I really appreciate all of y'all that hollered at me. We are right on the bubble of Armageddon. There are a lot of people lost their lives. There are bodies that will never be found. I'm sure you all watched the hospital where people were getting rescued off the roof. That's 15 miles away over in Irwin, and 15 minutes. And there's like everybody here, or just about everybody, has a friend or a friend of a friend who was severely affected. My people are all good. But I was talking to people last night. They're like, "Hey, so and so, he's gone on the river. They'll never find his body. Maybe, probably never." There's a lot of people that have lost everything that I know. Most of the people that I know have lost stuff, houses, and material goods. Whoop-de-doo. Lives are what's important. I'm not saying it's trivial, but compared to drowning in a warehouse in Irwin, it's apples and oranges. I am headed down and in a few minutes to take water to Irwin. Like they haven't had water in days, so I ran and found some today. And I went over to Lowe's to get those big giant jugs of water. Most of the grocery stores here are bare. But I figured Lowe's will have those big giant, and they had plenty. Lowe's was chaos this morning, and there were people in line with giant buggies of shopping carts for you up north. Their buggies were loaded down in generators. I saw generators and just power tools and chainsaws and a lot of water and just trash bags and paper towels and like stuff. And people were tired and dirty. It was sad. That's what really kind of sombered me today a little bit. There was a guy in a Jeep today, and his car was loaded down with water, and he was trying to fit a generator into the back of it, and he looked tired and dirty. And his whole car was covered in mud, and he's alive. He's alive. I'm headed down there in a few minutes. I'm a 50-year-old fat guy. What can I do? But I can do a little bit. Here's the reason I press record. Over the weekend, and I'm trying to be careful. I'm a Christian. I'm not a very good one. I love Jesus, but I cuss too much. I'm not a good one, but I am a Christian. And so this is coming through the lens of my own belief in Christ. But people were online ranting and raving in threads, all caps. Get your lives right. You better turn right now. It was borderline turn or burn. You think this is bad. The real judgment is coming. One guy in my thread was like, you can't serve 2 masters at the same, all caps. You can't serve 2 masters at the same time. And I'm like, people are drowning, like literally drowning. This is what you're ranting about. And I get it. People are morons. And, I don't let that. Comment sections are entertaining to me sometimes. Sometimes they kind of bum me out a little bit, but it's never high emotion for me, never high emotion. This one bummed me out enough to really think about it. I have a buddy, Logan. I have a lot of buddies that are out on the road right now doing stuff. I've got multiple friends right now, men and women, that are out right now up in Elizabethton and headed to Irwin. Me and another guy are headed to Irwin in a few minutes. That are out trying to do something, what can you do? I don't know. What can you do? There's women all over Johnson City taking stuff up to Cornerstone Church for they're collecting stuff to take. Shout out to my buddy Logan. We smoke cigars together, and he's a lumberjack. He's a tree man. And I don't know the right word, logger, alpinist. An alpinist. I don't know. I don't know the right word. He's a sexy lumberjack. He has spent the last 2 days with chainsaws in the back of his truck, driving around, just sawing up, getting people out of their driveways and getting people out of the mountain roads, strangers, out working. And those two in my heart yesterday were really juxtaposed. One guy ranting about the coming judgment, and Logan out on the road sweating for strangers. I don't do a lot of Bible on this channel, but I was reminded I'm gonna get it wrong, and you King James only people, it's gonna be the wrong translation. I guarantee it. Whatever. But the sentiment is, you have faith, I have deeds. You've got, paraphrase, you've got words, I have actions. That's not me. I'm not saying that. I'm just a guy talking to a camera. But those two really juxtapose. James, the book of James, I think James, don't hold me to it, says religion that God accepts is taking care of orphans and widows. Taking care of orphans, in other words, taking care of orphans and widows. And I've been thinking a lot about the folks that were up at 5 a.m. this morning, headed to the mountains to go help, as opposed to people that are ranting online. And I know if you live in Wyoming, you can't help, but that beats ranting. And I just want to do a shout out to the people, the first responders, and all the people that are out there. My buddy Louie, his electrician, they're working on a construction project right now. His electrician, his son, the electrician's son, when it was all hit, and jumped in his jet boat and went to the Nolichucky River on Friday. And that's that. He's gone. And he went to help, and he's gone. And probably dead, probably passed. I don't know the gentleman. I don't know him, but died trying to help somebody. It's a far cry away from ranting online. And this is coming from a guy who does funny rants all the time, or, memes. The reality is, it's sombering. Later this week, I'm going to talk more about preparation, talk more about gas and water and food and all that stuff, things that I've been thinking about. But again, I wanted just to say, words or deeds. I think it's my lesson for today, what I'm thinking about. Thank you to everybody that checked in on me. I'm going to get these uploaded and head out to Irwin and just do the little tiny bit that I can. But again, to everybody out there, thank you.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
This gun fits my hand better than this one does.
Diabetes.